To all my YouTube subscribers, I want to say thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel, Paterson NJ Good News. This YouTube video is about me being a parolee, a worker at Paterson Parking Authority in the city of Paterson, New Jersey. I just want to say thank you to the Almighty God, Jesus Christ, for blessing me to work for a company like the Paterson Parking Authority. Oh, yeah. It's a blessing to work for Paterson Parking Authority. I've been working for the Paterson Parking Authority since April 9th, 2004. Oh, yeah. And I thank God. I also thank the director, Mr. Tony Perez, for giving me a chance to work for the Paterson Parking Authority. And Miss Diana, don't know her last name, but Miss Diana, back then when I had first started, she was the personnel manager. Just want to say thank you, Miss Diana, for giving me a chance and giving me a job at the Paterson Parking Authority. Mr. Tony Perez, the director of the Paterson Parking Authority. Wow. Not only he's my boss, the director of the parking authority, but Mr. Tony Perez is like a father to me. Oh my God, this man is very humble. He care. He care about his workers. He cares about the Paterson Parking Authority. And Mr. Tony Perez is real. He's real. He's that dude. He's real. He loves the Paterson Parking Authority. He loves what he do. And he care about people. And one thing I could say about Mr. Tony Perez, he's not racist. Oh no. He's, I mean, he love people. He care about people. He want to give people a chance to make a living. And he gave me a chance at the Paterson Parking Authority when he didn't even have to give me a chance. He gave me a chance to work for the Paterson Parking Authority. And I just want to say thank you, Mr. Tony Perez. I also want to say thank you, Mr. Tony Perez, for always looking out for me. Always looking out for me, and even the times that you don't even have to. It's plenty of times you don't even have to. It had nothing to do with the parking authority. Mr. Tony Perez cares. He cares about his workers. Mr. Tony Perez always said parking authority is family. Just want to say thank you to Mr. Tony Perez. I love you, man. God knows. You just don't know how much I love you, Mr. Tony Perez. You like a father to me. And just want to say thank you for everything that you do, you did for me. Um, Thank you, Mr. Tony Perez. Also want to say I've been working at the Paterson Parking Authority since April 9th, 2004. Every day was a treat at the Parking Authority. It wasn't easy. I had people did their best to get me fired. Oh yeah. People did their best to get me fired, to set me up, to lie on me. Oh yeah. Get me suspended. Oh yeah. And guess what? I stood strong and I put my trust in God. Oh yeah. These Pacific people is not even with the company no more. At the Paterson Parking Authority, by the way. But these people, they did their best to get me fired. Went to the supervisors. Went to my supervisor, not Mr. Tony Perez. Mr. Tony Perez is the head director, the head boss. But went to my supervisors to try to get me fired. Got me suspended, what, two times? But I trust God. Sometimes in life, you have to shut your mouth and be quiet. Oh yeah. And let God fight your battle. Because it's like this. You say you trust God, right? You say that God is your all in all, right? So it's gonna come a time in life that trouble gonna come and gonna attack, and you wanna say stuff, you wanna do stuff, but you know it's gonna cause you to get in bigger problems, right? So when that time come in life, you have to step back and let God be God. Let him fight. And that's what I did. I stepped back. I took the suspension, stood home for a couple of days. Oh yeah. With no pay. And relaxed. I relaxed. Oh yeah. So I just want y'all to know when the truth came out, sometimes you gotta let people dig their own hole, right? And then when they fall in their own hole, whoo, oh yeah. Because it's gonna come a time they're gonna fall in their own hole. Oh yeah. And that what happened. These Pacific people no longer at the Paterson Parking Authority. And I'm still at the Paterson Parking Authority. Oh yeah. 20 years. Oh yeah. April 9th, 2004. Oh yeah. And it's 2024 right now. I thank God. You see, I came up here to tell the truth. The truth. All the time I'm at the parking authority. Yeah. I had my ups, I had my down. Um, I'm a hard worker. I don't like doing extra work. Um, but when the time comes when to do extra work, I got to do it because that come with the job. I thank God for good people like Mr. Tony Perez, my my supervisor, Mr. Tom, believe it's Mr. Tom Smith, former football player. Oh yeah, former coach, and one of the best supervisors in the parking authority. Oh yeah, Mr. Tom. He always look out for his his workers. His workers. He's a cool dude, y'all. Mr. Tom is he's a cool dude. Um, I learned a lot from Mr. Tom. Learn a lot how to be patient, how to shut up sometime, be quiet, you know, and then just watch people. Sometimes you gotta watch people. They could be doing you dirty. Gotta watch them. Watch them for their own hole. And I thank God for Mr. Tom. He always look out for me when there's extra work to do. Um, he makes sure that I'll be able to get overtime. Thank you, Mr. Tom. Um, Mr. Tom is that dude. And I don't want to forget another supervisor that's a part of the Paterson Parking Authority. He's not my supervisor, but he is a supervisor at the parking authority. His name is Mr. Mark. He work in the office. He's all he's a former baseball player. Oh yeah. Believe me, I believe he used to play baseball in high school. Um, Mr. Mark, he always look out for me. He always making sure that I'm good. And that's what you call a friend. A friend that you don't want to never lose. A friend that you don't want to never take advantage of. Mr. Mark. Even when I first came there, um, back then when I first came there, it was Mr. Mark and Vinnie Mac, Mr. Vince, Vinny. Um, Mr. Vinny, he went to paradise. I miss him so much. But Mr. Mark, he's that dude. He's he's real. He's a real friend. Um, he look out for me. Um, just want to say thank you. Not only you, not only you as supervisor, that I look at you as a supervisor, and you is a supervisor, but I also look at you as one of my friends. Just want to say thank you. And to my other supervisor, my supervisor in my department, the maintenance department, um, Mr. Eddie, Mr. Eddie, um, Mr. Eddie, man, he's a friend. In the job and outside the job. You see, most people would say, you go to work, you don't make friends. You just go to work, get that paycheck on Friday, and go home, right? Well, in my case, I have friends, and I look at A friend like Mr. Eddie, like family. Just want to say thank you, Mr. Eddie, always having my back when nobody else did want to have my back. Just want to say thank you. Thank you, Mr. Eddie. You real, and you're a real friend. And you are one of the best supervisors in the parking authority. Um, the Paterson Parking Authority. I work in the maintenance department, y'all. That means I pick up trash, clean the parking lots. When the snow come, we shovel, we remove the snow. And when that season come, the winter, when it's time to snow, I don't like shoveling snow. um, they all know that I don't like shoveling snow, but it's part of the job. Something that come with the job. Something that got to get done. And when that time, excuse me, when that time come, when the snowstorm and the snow come, we all work, we all come together. Every department in the parking authority, not every department, but the maintenance department, the media department, we come together and we get the job done. Um, I like to get my coffee like 2 times because we out there all day shoveling snow. And I thank God for the parking authority. Thank God for the parking authority. Um, can't forget about Mr. Mandy. Manny. Mandy is a young man like me. Believe me, he in his 40s. Um, man, when that snow come, and when we got to come in early in the morning, like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, man, I'd be so happy to see Manny because Mandy he worked the machine. He worked the what do you call that? We call that machine, but the slow the snow blower. And he know how to push that big thing. He know how to work that thing. Man, I'd be so happy to see Manny. For real. Man, that young man, he worked hard. I'm talking about, he's he's not he's big. Like he's like I mean what I mean by big, he's he got muscles and things and he know how to move heavy equipment. You see me, I ain't all that big. I'm like a model matric. I'm like built like a model. So I don't got no muscles and none of that. I'm gonna keep it real. But Manny, he know how to work. And so when that snow come, man, I be so happy to see Manny because he know how to work. Um, him and Mr. Eddie and Arthur, this guy named Arthur, right? Another cool dude. Um, man, they don't get tired. They could work, and don't get tired. It seems like it's in their blood to work, to work hard. Yeah, especially Mr. Eddie, man. One time I asked Mr. Eddie when I first came there, is you a robot? Are you human? He said, man, no, man, just we gotta work. We gotta get this done. I said, yeah, you don't need no coffee or nothing. It's 5 something in the morning, and you just ready to work. He said, man, yeah, man, we got to get this done. The faster we do it, the faster we can go home. I said, okay. Mr. Eddie, Mr. Eddie, Manny, um, Mr. Mr. Arthur, he's a former basketball player, y'all. This man very humble. Now, if you don't know him and you don't know his history in basketball, you won't even know who he really are. You would think he's just a Paterson Parking Authority worker. But this man, he almost went to the poor basketball. He almost went to NBA. He's that good. Almost. He could have went to the NBA. So I don't want to like seem like I'm telling no lies, but he was that good to go to the NBA. And Mr. Arthur, man, he's humble. I believe he's a former coach. He's a coach. He teaches a lot of people how to play basketball. Some of the coaches now um they was under Arthur. Arthur taught them how to play basketball. I ain't gonna mention no names, but Mr. Arthur taught them how to play basketball. And I thank God for Arthur. He's a cool dude. Um he's a person that he go out his way to make sure that his coworkers hey is good. Like what I mean by good, like somebody that you could talk to. And he's he's there to talk if you need somebody to talk to. And this is not his job, y'all. His job is working in the media department. I believe he's a supervisor at night. I believe. Um, Mr. Arthur, he was there for me. I was going through something, and not going to get into details, but I was able. He was able to really talk to me and get into my head so I could start thinking right. Just want to say, Mr. Arthur, I appreciate that. He didn't even have to do that. He could have said, man, this is crazy, man. Whatever. I could just kept walking, but he chose to pull me to the side and talk to me. I just want to say thank you, Mr. Arthur. Now, if I was a basketball player, I could have beat him at basketball, but I ain't no basketball player. Oh yeah. I would stick with my music. I stick with my music. I stick with my music, yeah. By the way, I am a gospel promoter, gospel recording artist. Go on my YouTube channel right here, Patterson NJ Good News, or go to my other YouTube channel, Elvis Elvis, last name Durham. Okay, and you will see some of my videos. But anyway, working for the Patterson Parking Authority is fun, y'all. It's fun. Oh yeah, you get to meet new people every day because you in the downtown area. You in the downtown area. You working. You you cleaning the parking lots, cleaning the parking garage. You meeting people every day. Like me, I'm one of the senior maintenance. The other senior maintenance is Mr. Victor. Oh yeah, I call him Victor Cruz. Mr. Victor, he's like another person like a father to me. Been working with him for a couple years now. Um, I'm the longest maintenance guy in the parking authority. I've been there April 9th, 2004. I've been at the Patterson Parking Authority. I've been at the Patterson Parking Authority since April 9th, 2004. Oh yeah. So I'm the longest maintenance guy. Thank God for Mr. Victor. Um, but before Mr. Victor got there, it was my partner was Mr. Perfecto. The late Mr. Perfecto. He was another person that was real. He was like a father to me. He was down to earth. He was a preacher man. Um, but he went to paradise, y'all. And I really miss him. Really do, y'all. Used to go visit his church. Um, Sometimes they used to have like outside events in the parking lots. The outreach ministry. Yeah, but yeah, I got history with the Paterson Parking Authority, and I thank God for Mr. Tony Perez for giving me that chance to work for for the Paterson Parking Authority. Mr. Tony Perez, man, he's that dude. He's real. Oh yeah, he's real. Um, I got Mr. Tony Perez, man. He got me out of a lot of stuff, y'all. Sometimes it was sometimes that I got myself in some stuff too. And Mr. Tony Perez was right there. He protect me, and I thank Mr. Tony Perez. Yeah, cause me, um, I'm radical, and I'm outspoken, and sometimes like that. Sometimes when you like that, you get into issues that you never thought that was going to come your way. And I thank God for Mr. Tony Perez. Oh yeah, thank God for Mr. Tony Perez. Mr. Tony is like a father to me, y'all. He's that he's that dad. Oh yeah, Mr. Tony Perez. He's that dad, and I love Mr. Tony Perez. Not only not only because he always had my back, it's because I really do look at him as a father figure. Um, he's a good director. I mean, Mr. Tony Perez, he got a creative mind. I mean, he took Patterson Parking Authority. He took Patterson Parking Authority to another level. I mean, we got projects that's about to get built because of Mr. Tony Perez. Um, and and that's the reason why I'm still at the Patterson Parking Authority because of Mr. Tony Perez. It's a lot of people trying to get rid of me, y'all. That's a lot of people have want to get rid of me, and I'm still here at the Patterson Parking Authority, and I could get another job. I could, but I want to stay at the Patterson Parking Authority and see what's going to happen with these new projects. There's a lot of new projects that's about to happen, new parking garages and other projects that Parking Authority is affiliated with, and I want to be part of the growth. Maybe just for the beginning, because who knows how much time I have in the city of Paterson, New Jersey. I am looking to go other places, move other places, but I do want to stay at the parking authority for at least one of the projects. And that's Site 11, y'all. Site 11 is a new parking garage that's going to be built on Ward Street, WARD Street, Paterson, New Jersey. And I'm looking forward to that project, y'all. It's gonna be so amazing in the downtown area on Wall Street, WARD Street. Um, thank God for Mr. Tony Perez and the parking authority staff. Um, got some great people that work in the office, y'all. Miss Elsa, Jamie, Mr. Mark. I said Miss Elsa, Miss Jamie, Mr. Mark. So many great people that work in the on the Patterson Parking Authority staff. On Nutty Pole, Miss Nutty Pole, she one of the smartest people in the Passaic County area, and it's it's so amazing to have her a part of the Paterson Parking Authority team. Um, because the Paterson Parking Authority going to the next level. With Tony Perez, with Mr. Tony Perez and Miss Nutty Pole, working together, is so amazing. It's so many things that's about to happen at the Paterson Parking Authority, and I thank God that I'm a part of this team. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So just want y'all. I don't want y'all to get it twisted. Just because I'm a maintenance at the parking authority, that does not mean that I'm not a part of the team. Okay, I'm a part of this growth. I'm a part of everything that's going on at the Paterson Parking Authority. I thank God for Mr. Tony Perez and the Paterson Parking Authority, Mr. Fonzie, the supervisor of the security department, Mr. Fonzie. Mr. Fonzie, he's a living legend. He work in the office. He's the head security. He's a supervisor of the security department. Mr. Fonzie, um, he's that dude, y'all. It's cool peoples. Um, I'll be looking forward to see him in the morning when I see him put up in his security car, get out his car. I said, Mr. Fonzie, Patterson #1. Do you feel the power of Patterson? He just shakes his head. Mm-hmm. Um, Mr. Fonzie, he's real. He's straight up. He's one of the peoples that at the parking authority, he would not talk about nobody behind their back. Whatever he got to say when he see you, he will come to you and tell you how he feel. Oh yeah, Mr. Fonzie, he's that dude, and I respect him, and I thank him for everything. I thank him for everything. It was one time I was in the store, and I did have a lot of money. Matter of fact, I didn't have enough money to get me a cup of coffee. Mr. Fonzie just paid for the coffee. Just pay for it. And no, probably think it's probably small to y'all, but it's not. He didn't even have to do that. It's other times that he did other things for me. And thank you, Mr. Fonzie. I appreciate it. Just keeping it real, y'all. I don't know. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't know um how much time I have at the Paterson Parking Authority. Um, but I'm not going nowhere no time soon. I'm looking to do other things in the near future. But I thank God for being at the parking authority right now. Um, I'm a full time worker. Um, I've been full time for 11 years at the Paterson Parking Authority. I've been working for the Paterson Parking Authority over 20 years, maybe 20, 21 years, because I started April 9th, 2004, and I'm still here at the Paterson Parking Authority. At the Paterson Parking Authority. I thank God for blessing me with this job, blessing me with this opportunity to work for the Paterson Parking Authority. And I love my job. Oh yeah. I have my days at the job. Sometimes don't like it, then well, deep inside, I really love my job. I love my job, y'all. Mr. Fieldings, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Fieldings. He worked for the media department. He's like a supervisor. No, he should be a supervisor. The type of work he do. Mr. Fieldings, man, I hope this man don't never retire. He just he cool people, y'all. Mr. Fieldings, he's cool people. For real. Um, hey, we had our disagreements. But it wasn't no beef or nothing. It was like fun disagreement. I like to play a lot, and I used to get under his skin a lot. Oh, I used to get under his skin, especially when like my second, third year at the parking authority. I used to get under his skin, and then he realized that, oh man, Elvis just a play fiend. He's just a doggone play fiend, man. Mr. Fielders, he's that dude, y'all. He cool people. Just want to say, just hope this man don't never retire at the parking authority. He always look out for the people that he work with. For real. Mr. Frank, I can't forget about Mr. Frank, y'all. Mr. Frank, this dude called Mr. Frank, right? Mr. Frank. Um, he worked for the parking authority. I believe he worked for the parking authority. He's like a supervisor or something. He do everything. He work in the office. He work in the security department. Mr. Frank, man, I'm gonna tell you right now. To all the workers at the Paterson Parking Authority, this man is not racist. He's just a cool dude. You got to get to know this guy. And before I got full time, before I got my benefits and all that, Mr. Frank had looked out for me, y'all. Oh yeah. He man, he used to give me food for lunch. Oh yeah. And he used to put me to the side. He said, Ellis, you wanna do some work for me? I need I'm painting this house and I'm fixing up these apartments and stuff. You wanna help out? I said, yeah, Mr. Frank, yeah, thank you, I appreciate it. And he paid me good. And he did that until I got my full time, till I got my benefits and insurance. Mr. Frank had looked out for me because he knew I needed that extra money to go to the doctor. Because I had to go to the doctor because I have a swelling. I was born with a swelling on my brain. I had to go to the doctor like every other month. And I thank God for Mr. Frank. Mr. Frank gave me extra work to do. Oh yeah. And to be honest, yeah, I wasn't into painting nobody's house. But I did it. And I did a good job. We had worked together, me and Mr. Frank. And then he said, no, you can take a break. So I went downstairs. It was one apartment we had to paint and move move the garbage and stuff out the apartment. Went downstairs. It was a restaurant downstairs. So I was staying in my head. I said, "Oh God, I don't got no money," and he got me in this restaurant. He telling my he told me that was all anything you want. I said anything, man. It was a Dominican restaurant on Market Street, I believe. What's it, Market Street? Yeah, Market Street. Man, oh, I ordered anything I want, man. That food was good. Then we had to go back upstairs to work and clean the apartment out, the apartment for the new tenants to get in. And I just want to say thank you, Mr. Frank, um, for looking out for me. And you cool peoples, man. Every morning, every day when I see him, say Frank, Patterson number one. Frank, you're a punk, Frank. Hey, I'm a play Frank. Frank, sometimes, when he have time, he put his keys down, try to chase me. Yeah, that's Mr. Frank. Just want to say thank you, Mr. Frank, for being real, being cool peoples, being a friend. On the job, even outside the job. You know, thank you. Um, I hope I ain't missing nothing. I ain't missing nothing, right? Nah. Just want to say, Paterson Parking Authority. I had good days. I have good days. I have bad days. Um, like I said earlier in this video, was a lot of people were trying to get me fired, and which it was the same people that I told them about the job. I told them about the parking authority, and then once they got in the maintenance department, they see, I was full time and benefits insurance. They wanted that. They wanted my position at senior maintenance, and they tried to get me fired, try to set me up, and I still strong, and I trust God. And before you know it, I turn around, they was fired. God got his hands on me. Jesus got his hands on me, y'all. That's all I have to say. And I'm not going nowhere. I'm not leaving the Paterson Parking Authority. I'm not going nowhere until I'm ready. And that day gonna come soon. But right now, I'm at the Paterson Parking Authority. Woo! I feel the power, of Jesus Christ. And I feel the power of Paterson, New Jersey. Oh yeah. God bless you and peace.